What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video. Hey, we're doing a replay of a Starcraft 2 placement match I had around about a month ago. I ended up qualifying into Silver League, so as you can guess, it's one of the lower leagues. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a try casting. See how this goes. So as up here in the top left is me, is the red Zerg. And down here at the bottom right is my opponent RPQ, is the blue Terran. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit in the beginning, since not too much happens. I'm just setting out an overload scout, just very normal stuff. Go try and see what's going on. Now, I'm not the greatest player, I might lose this, but to me that's kind of worth it, because in the past I've actually had issues scouting and finding out what my opponent's doing, so I've been trying to improve on that, which is why I'm also sending out this drone to try and get a decent idea of what is going on. I just have it rallied around the base. He runs into the wall right here, so that tells me that he already has it walled off. So I just readjust him real quick to come on up. And, yep, sees the wall. I'll just be a little bit annoying. I did see that he started the factory. I just figured I'd poke his depot a little bit, make him repair it. I thought there was a Marine coming out, but it was actually a Reaper. I probably should have stuck around until that thing popped out just to find out what it was. But we'll be okay, as I already have 2 queens started. So by the time he gets over here, it shouldn't be too bad. Actually, let's get the production tab open. You can see what's going on. So, and I had already started speed as well for my Zerglings. So he gets over here, slows down. He does manage to get 1 drone, as I don't quite have speed yet, and my queens are out of position. This one, I guess, I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing something else apparently, because he's just kind of running around scouting my whole base. I finally realized, hey, there's a Reaper in my base, I should probably do something about that. Chase him out for the moment. I had left my second overload over here just to kind of spot for that very thing, for Reapers or dropships or something coming in. Hopefully not dropships this early, but so alright, we got him poked out for the moment. I sent my lings out to try and kind of see where he's at, because I know he wasn't gonna leave right away, so try to pull back the weakened ling here. Turns out Zerglings without speed are pretty bad against Reapers. Just chase him off a little bit, run back home, because I don't want to overextend and lose to another Reaper or something coming in. He's making a Cyclone and a Starport. He's getting ready to expand. Once again, I haven't had anything actually in his base, and this Overlord's still sitting over here, so I don't really know. Let's see if I can see my vision. Yeah, so I did see this factory get started, but that was basically it. Splitey put down there. I haven't really seen like what he's going for. Obviously, I know the Reaper, but so I wanted to see if he's got an expansion. So at the moment, he does not. And then I did see that he had constructed it. He just hadn't managed to get it over there and land it quite yet. So I figured I would stick around, try and deny that for as long as I could. Go ahead and speed it back up again a little bit. He's starting to get blue flame. And at this point, I still don't really know what's going on inside his base. Still running the lings around just to try and keep denying that command center as long as I can. Good job with the Reaper, and the Cyclone placement's pretty good here to try and so you could run the Reaper back when the lings run up to it and you start attacking them for free. So he does actually able to land the command center finally. I have some, so I split up my lings so I can kind of scout out his potential third bases. Send my overlord over here. Again, just to try and kind of keep an eye on what's going on. So I started my third. He sent a Reaper back over. I believe it's the same one. Yep, same one that got the 1 drone killed earlier. I'm starting to burrow. Actually, burrow's already almost done. But, yeah, kind of like roaches. They're pretty good. Not something generally you want to use too long, as they do kind of start to fall off after a while. But in the early game, they are quite strong. They're pretty cheap. You can make a lot of them, and they're pretty tanky. So he did send out some Liberators, even though they did fly right over my Zergling. I did not see it at the time. Again, I do not claim to be good at this game. But, so these are coming over. Thankfully, though, I just kind of already, actually, I'm not entirely sure if I did see that or not, because I did start making the Spore Crawlers. It might have just been convenience that I felt like, I was going to need some anti-air pretty soon. Because I know, Banshees are a thing, Liberators are a thing. And thankfully, my Spore Crawlers are finishing up just right as he gets here with some Liberators, so that's pretty nice. I was able to pull my drones away nice and quick, so I didn't lose anything right there. We almost take out one, but he unsieges in time. Just flying towards the natural, see if he can get some more kills. But I have a couple queens, kind of waiting. Try and shoot him down. Now, what he does right here is pretty good. I think he sieges him up in a spot that's a little bit hard for me to get to. Like, in order for a queen to attack that without dying, I would have to send it all the way around here because of how my buildings and stuff. So that's what I start to do, but then he unsieges again. Starts moving down. Thankfully, I have a bunch of queens everywhere. And the spore crawlers in my mineral lines. He's gonna get that one out for now. I think he comes back in and tries to get a couple more drone kills. Yeah. He does get the queen here. So pretty good on his part. Did he get a roach? Yeah. So he has quite a bit of work with the liberator. He got a queen, a roach, a couple of drones. So overall, it's pretty worth it for him. He's got a second base up. He's starting to move out. I saw that the moment he started to push out a little bit with his cyclones and Hellions and medevacs, just because I had lings all over the place. So I see he's starting to take a third, so I figured I'd come across trying to attack. And again, here is an issue that I didn't really tech up at all. Like I just kind of kept making more of the same, like more roaches and stuff. Turns out roaches are not very good against liberators, so that's something I definitely could have improved upon in the future. I just wanted to come over and try to snipe the command center, because he actually do get it, he does not cancel it, so that is a little bit nice. Just a little bit of not the greatest spiker I've ever seen, but I'm trying to run back, make the Hellions walk forward while their attack is recharging, so they can't just attack me for free. And clean up most of the army here. Now burrow is done too, so I finally remember that. I could just burrow my roaches. He scans. Try to burrow the injured one. But again, this is a situation where I should be probably focusing on macro instead of micro, since I have my 4th base going up, but I'm not really making anything, and I have over 1,000 minerals now. So I should definitely have been making more roaches or something. Or maybe like a Hydra Den would be really good. I do have the Spire, but I don't really feel like I use it all that effectively this game, as you'll see. Got some roaches sitting in the middle of the map, still burrowed. I was able to keep them off the 3rd for now, so that's nice. But yeah, like right here, I am in a pretty decent advantage. I definitely should have, you know, marshaled up some kind of attack force and attacked them and kind of pressed my advantage instead of expanding a bunch. Because that's great and all, except I already had a whole bunch of money. And as you can see, he's making a whole bunch of stuff right here. He's getting a whole bunch of upgrades. Where I'm not, I'm just making some roaches and 1 corruptor. I'm starting to do some creep spread. Just creep spread is really nice. I think I focused on it a little bit too much this game. As it is very helpful, you get map vision, your units move faster on creep, so that's very nice and all. Except not if you're going to do it to the detriment of other things that you should be doing, like, for instance, making an army or teching up. So, yeah, because I don't think Roach Corruptor is like an actual thing. He's getting some defense. He's going up in his 3rd. Mineral Lord's still just chilling. And again, my Mineral Lord's starting to slip again a little bit here. I got a whole bunch of money that I could be spending better. I'm finally going up to Hive. Let's send these 2 roaches back out again. Don't really wanted to fight anything because he has too much stuff, but I just wanted to, again, keep an eye on when he's moving out, like what's going on. That's why those are sitting there. Yeah, definitely could be using these bases better. Making more units too. I got 2,000 minerals. Not what you want to see. And not quite enough gas. That's probably because I'm not even mining off all my bases correctly. Yeah, I'm just mining minerals off most of them. So that's probably okay. So he's coming over here with an attack force. You got a bunch of blue Fim Hellions with +1, Cyclones, and a couple medevacs. So this is pretty strong. I come over, but thankfully he does come up on the creep, so that's very helpful. This battle, I definitely could have micro better. I just kind of walked in. Also, I didn't have nearly enough anti-ground. I feel like I had enough corruptors, but I either needed a whole bunch more roaches or like some hydras or something. Because, I don't know, like even though it kind of looks like I won that fight, I lost a whole bunch of stuff. And I feel like his attack force really was not that expensive. You get the Raven, that's nice. And again, the nice thing about this is I can see what these Hellions are doing because they're on creep. I got a queen just chilling. Start attacking them. I think this is a misclick. I don't really think I meant to send these over here, as they're just dying to missile turrets. Yes, I was probably too focused on trying to get these hellbats out of my base. Thankfully, queens are very strong against hellbats. But as you guys can see, still not really mining a whole lot of gas, and I have almost 5,000 minerals and 1,000 gas. Like, I am not spending my money at all here. Still just making roaches. Finally go up to a greater spire, or making a greater spire there. I figured I'd drop another spire. I was gonna try and go Corruptor Broodlord. Just maybe a little bit too late is the only problem, because again, he's had Liberators for like a while now. He's got a whole bunch of factories. He's off 3 base. So his economy is doing pretty good, and he is spending a lot more effectively than I am. Like, I am mining a lot more, but the problem is I never turned that income advantage into an army advantage, which, as you'll see, is not the thing you want to do. Speed it up again a little bit here. I'm just still making more roaches, send them to the middle of the map. Making a bunch of corruptors, which again I feel like is maybe the right choice, but just too late here. Like, I should have done this a lot earlier. I figured I'd come up here, try and bust down these rocks so I could attack over here a little bit easier. And it looks like the timing for that was pretty spot on, because he was just about to take a 4th. He does see me because one of the roaches, or a couple of the roaches, are just inside the sensor tower range. Now this, again, I probably should have backed off, seeing his Liberators, and I have my Corruptors just sitting here. I should not have attacked here without also bringing the Corruptors over, as they would have cleaned up the Liberators just fine. So I was not able to get the command center, because he did a good job defending it and repairing it. So I start my flyer upgrades. He's still scouting around, make sure I don't have a 5th or 6th or whatever, but I did actually end up expanding all the way down this way. And then not using any of the gas all game. Finally make it to Broodlords. Again, out in the middle of the map, maybe not the best spot, as you will see. He's got a whole ton of Liberators, a bunch of Hellbats. Like, this is looking like a pretty scary force at this point. I came over to tech. I think here he just has a few too many Liberators and Cyclones. I think the Cyclones actually were really what killed me. Because again, I don't have enough anti-ground. I think I have three Broodlords right here. I don't know if I had any roaches in there. There's a unit tab somewhere. Units. Yep. So I have 4 roaches, 2 Broodlords, and a bunch of queens. I have a whole ton of queens, but those aren't really... I'm not using them at all, unfortunately. They're all kind of sitting at my base. Being defensive. Which, that's another thing I could have done. I definitely could have used the queens to help fight, because their transfuse is very good at keeping stuff alive and helping it fight longer. So as you guys can see, he just kind of totally wrecked my army here, and I was actually at a nice supply lead for most of the game up until now. And now, again, even though I have almost 7,000 minerals, I am just not spending it very effectively. Let's go back to production. Again, I have how many bases, and I'm only making some corruptors right now. I should either add on more hatcheries. Actually, I made plenty of overlords. I have 200 supply, but I just not made enough units is the problem. So that's something I could definitely improve upon, is making sure I macro while also microing. Like, because that's a trap I realize I fall into quite often, is that I get so focused on the battles that I forget to make more units for afterward. Which that's how this happens. So it's very important to always spend your money, because you can have 10,000 in the bank that doesn't do anything for you if they start killing your bases. Which, as you can see, he's doing right here. He felt he had the advantage, which again is probably true, because all I've been making is Corruptors and Roaches all game. Morphing Broodlords right over his units. That's probably not smart, because he can see exactly where they are, and he just run away from them. So definitely should have morphed those somewhere else. He's bringing a bunch of Cyclones across against more Liberators to reinforce his attack wave. And I got Corruptors following it, but they can't hit ground, so they're just kind of watching all my stuff die. Over here in the middle of the map, my Broodlords are very out of position, and they're dying to all these Cyclones and Liberators. So I do, and just get off a flank here, which is pretty nice. Again, I think at this point I just do not have enough Broodlords. I'm literally making nothing right now. That is something you never want to see. I'm just so focused on micro. Which, I mean, if my micro is good, that'd be something you could do, but my micro's not even that good. So, yeah. But as you can see, this is like I had a really nice lead for quite a while. I still got a whole bunch of money, or at least minerals at least, but the supply, he's got like a 50 supply lead on me now, so that's not looking too good. He's taken out 2 of my bases so far. I still have one more than him, but again, it's not doing much for me. So I keep making broodlords right on top of his units for some reason. Send over more corruptors, making a bunch of lings, which again, lings you probably don't want versus hellbats. That's probably not the call. I think I was just getting a little bit scared. I had a whole ton of minerals, no gas, so I was like kind of freaking out. Trying to make something. My rally is bad here. It goes off. Everything's going in the middle of the map. Oh yeah, way down here. When he's attacking my natural. Slow broodlord floating his way over. Oh no, he changed his mind. He's going back over there. Spinecrawler should be able to defeat these guys just fine though. Try to do a counterattack with lings. The only problem is, at this point, it's a little bit late. He's a ton of liberators, a ton of tanks everywhere. Planetary fortresses up. Like, this lings aren't going to do too much right now. At least not my lings, anyway. Tank just coming over, trying to see what's going on. And again, I still feel at this point like I'm not in the worst ever position. I kind of recovered the supply lead. My problem here, once again, as you guys are probably noticing a theme by now, I'm not spending any of my money. I'm making 3 corruptors when I have 8,000 minerals and 1,400 gas. I should be making way more units here. It's just, I'm not making anything. That's the problem. This game probably would have gone very differently had I continued to make army units the whole time. Because now his supply lead is just going to keep going up and up as he's making 14 units at a time here. And I'm making 9 once. So Liberators just kind of shredding all my stuff, as you guys can see. Liberators are pretty good. Pretty good unit. I'm still trying to attack, because I know I can't just defend the whole game. That's not going to do anything for me. So I send some more lings in, which again are just going to get shredded, because there's 2 planetaries here, and some SCVs waiting to repair. I did finally use some of my queens to fight. That helped. If I'd been doing that all game, too, that probably would have helped a lot more. But he's sending some Cyclones, some Hellions out. Probably got to get that base down. Even though it's just Hellions. Figured I'd at least do something to these corruptors and have them start attacking this command center. I don't know if I ever actually ended up sending anything down here, or I think I was too focused on this fight at the time. But he's got 2 armor, 1 attack on his Liberator, so they're ahead in upgrades by quite a bit. Because my +2/+2 is still a ways off. To bring some queens all the way across the map to help out fight. Oh, and I did get the cancel, but he was able to stop that base. I do finally have some roaches coming down. Like some spines a little bit late, but better late than never. My tech force continues to die once again. This guy's just doing such a great job trading so cost effectively. And again, here, so I GG up. I don't actually think I lost. Like, again, yeah, I have about half his supply. But if you look, I still have about 7,000 minerals, 1,600 gas. And I was still mining off, like, what, two bases, I think? Yeah, 2 bases. Roughly, kind of. Not anywhere near full saturation, but at least something. I was getting a couple more bases. Like, I definitely think if I had defended better for sure and spent my money, this could have gone very differently. But I hope you guys enjoyed my first attempt at casting a Starcraft game, even though it's one of my own rather poorly played ones. I hope we can all learn something from this. I hope everyone had a great time, and I'll see you next time.